And welcome to the Writer's Life, the place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, and where you get the truth, Truth, about the writer's life, my writer's life in particular, and where you can subscribe right now. Get me to 8,000, and punch the like button, tap the bell for notifications, so you don't miss out one single exciting video or podcast. Lining up some more guests. The guest thing's been going all right, huh? We had a good one yesterday with Ben Sobiek. We got John Hemingway, Troy Lambert, Mary Clark. What else have we had? Anyway, just look them up. We're like, this is like 800, episode number 814. Oh, Elise Press, yeah. How could I forget? It was a few days ago. 814, I believe this is, or 15. Not sure. Not quite sure. Got to look that up. In any case, interesting little bit of news. The WAPO, the Washington Post, and someone else, I think NBC, posted the latest, like Rasmussen poll or something like that, showing that Trump, if the election were today, Trump would beat Biden by 10 points. And the White House went ballistic. And they placed calls to these quote news outlets, and told them to take it down, censor it. And they complied. They took it down. Why anyone would pay any attention to NBC or the WAPO, I have no idea. These are not trustworthy journalistic outlets. They are shills for the leftist Democratic Party, no question about it. But anyway, that's not what this is about. I'm here to talk about the FUD. Let's see, fear, writer FUD in particular, not like FUD that you get like in the markets, in crypto markets. Anyway, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it came to me like I happened to catch an article yesterday, or a blog someone wrote, and it was about how there's no way you're going to make a decent living by writing like short fiction or shorter fiction or whatever. Like, it's just impossible. And I'm like, where's this guy coming from? And like, what's he smoking? Because like, my experience tells me there is a direct correlation between the money you can make and do make between the amount of stories you put out, be they short, be they novelette length, be they novella length, be they novel length. There's a direct correlation between how much product you put out and how much money you make. And this is what the pulp writers of years and years and years ago realized. And they were making a penny a word, and a bunch of them became millionaires back during the Depression, writing for a penny a word. It's basically the same thing today. That was a true golden age, just like Harvey Stambro points out in his newsletter today. You should check it out. It all has to do with sitting your butt in the chair and putting out the product. And now you could do this even on a part-time basis and still make bank. That's not why we do this. We don't do it for the money necessarily. I do partly because, I got to eat and I got to travel and I got to do all those things. But I do it because I love it. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. I would do something else. And I think the guy who wrote this article, you could tell clearly he didn't like to write very much, because he's like, the only way you're going to do this is like if you write like 1 million words a year. Yeah, probably. That's probably some truth to that. I don't write 1 million words a year, but I write at least probably 700,000 words a year, something like that. I'd like to write 1 million words a year. I'll get there. Um, some of the greats today write 1 million words a year. I think Harvey does. Dean Wesley Smith does. And, Dean's got himself like he and his wife Kristen. She also writes like 1 million words a year. And they got themselves like not just one like penthouse apartment on the strip in Las Vegas, but like two. Like so. Yeah, they're really poor. And I can remember Dean even saying like his publishing company was in debt for like almost $500,000, and you know how they got out of it? They wrote their way out of it, which I think is really cool. That talk about like boosting a writer's morale. Like we just wrote more stuff, and we got ourselves out of debt. And in the meantime, then got rich just by making shit up. There is no better lesson than that. So if you're a newbie writer, it's going to take you a while. This isn't. None of this is, overnight success. None of this is get rich quick. None of this is, like boom, you just automatically, become this like, wealthy writer. I've had periods when I was more in traditional land where, I could get $100,000 to write something, or a publisher would call and say like, can you write this thing for me? And we'll give you $10,000 if you get it to us in 2 weeks, or maybe, $30,000 book deal or $50,000 book deal, then you wouldn't get rich off of that, but you'd get a nice chunk of money, and it would last you for a while, and then it would be gone. It's harder and harder and harder to get those types of deals. So the best, most sure way, the most secure way is to build up your own indie business with as many stories as you can write. And that's, you own all that intellectual property. You write what you want, right? Is in any genre you choose. It's all up to you. The length is up to you. Everything is up to you. Whatever you have fun doing, that's what you should do. And believe me, when you look at the sales, like it's weird because like at the beginning of the month, say you're looking at like your Amazon platform. I belong to others as well, but at the beginning of the month, I don't even know why I look at it, but like maybe like after about 6 hours on the first day of the month, like maybe like 5 or 6 books will show sales. But by the end of the month, like all of the books will show sales, even if it's only one sale. Some will be like 50 sales, some will be like 20 sales, some will be like 3. Some will be like I gave away like 100 copies, which is don't underestimate the power of giving away some free books. I give away tens of thousands of free books a year, and all that does is expand your audience. But that's for another podcast blog. So if you see the FUD, don't believe it. Yeah, I mean, the guy's right. Like, if you're just going to write sporadically or write one book a year, maybe a couple short stories, yeah, you're not going to make a living. He's right about that. But when he says, like, it's impossible no matter what you do, like, that's just bullshit. Just pure bullshit. He's just trying to spread FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Don't fall for it. All right, that's all I got for you today. I'm hoping to have a guest on Friday. Not sure I'm coming to you tomorrow, but definitely on Friday. Tomorrow's like killer day. But we'll see, maybe. All right, I hope you're all having a good one. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. If not tomorrow, like I said, Friday with a guest. And ciao, ciao.